Let's get the links out. Alright, should be fine on that end. Good morning, Michael O. How you doing? Alright, we pinned that. Should be good. Good morning, Mel. How y'all doing? Good morning, Mel, Michael. Good morning, P Van. How you doing? Good morning, Kim. And yeah, I started today's stream a little before the open just so people can get in here beforehand. Since we're only doing yesterday, today, and tomorrow for streaming, tomorrow's closed, and then Friday's a half day. You know, it's not even a half day. I hate when people say that. It's actually a hair over a half day. It's a little bit less than half a day is what's left over. It's not a true half day. Creator. Good morning, Creator. You either went AFK in the voice chat the other day, or you joined in there on accident this morning, because I saw you join that voice chat. And then I saw you leave very quickly. So it's only one of those two scenarios. You slept in there, and then got off, and then woke up, and that was your account in there, or you randomly clicked on it on accident. Gap. Wait, what? You saying gap from earnings on DraftKings? Oh no, DKS is the other ticker. DKNG's DraftKings. Accident? Okay. Fair enough, Creator. We've all done that before. I was actually just laughing with somebody about that the other day. We all accidentally click on it and nobody notices. What's up, Aloha SF? Aloha. Thank you for being number 6. And yeah, guys, definitely be sure to like this stream. It helps out the channel a ton. If you guys have any questions before the morning starts, let me know. I'm probably just going to leave it up here on the SPY for a second. Just showing the current levels. Aloha, aloha. You're watching AMD? Nice. Yeah, that one has pretty clean levels today. I mean, it has pretty much clean levels every day. But it's going to be opening a little bit lower today. It's going to be just above, or actually it's going to be in here. So yeah, pretty important area. I'm not going to lie. I think healthcare is probably like the best positioned sector today, which is weird for me to say because I never look at them enough like to try to trade. But there's a lot of individual weights for healthcare that look really good. UNH, ABBV, Eli Lilly. There's a lot of healthcare weights that have coiled up and look really good to go. Shout out FS Trades. I saw one of his posts, but I was looking at it because of Daffy's post, actually. I saw some of his rotation posts, and I was like, wow, look where healthcare is. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go look at healthcare tickers. Literally just looking at Daffy's chart for like 5 seconds. You have an inside candle on UNH on the daily. Netflix just keeps going. I keep trying to tell y'all to wait to short it, but it just keeps going. Like, it filled the gap, and then now it's finally slowed down. So, you might have your first, like, actual slowdown day on Netflix. Because they've had a couple small red days, but it just finished higher, wicked from underneath, and then they made it higher. Hey B, I used an indicator for bullish/bearish order blocks. I noticed that the order blocks always line up with your intraday support level. Just a crazy observation. That is actually pretty wild, and you'd be surprised. I've had I can't name names because I'm not allowed to do. We're not doing collabs with these people. I just refuse to. But I've had a really large trader with over 100,000 subscribers and followers on multiple platforms, and he came up to me and DM'd me, and he was explaining how my levels line up with his order profiles, like his volume profiles, his order blocks levels, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. And he hit me up thinking I use order blocks, and I was like, no, I don't even know what to do with those. I understand order blocks, but I don't understand how to trade off of them. I don't use them to that extent. And I thought that was pretty crazy because it was like a little bit of like verification for myself, like validation of like, okay, these levels are like worth a shit. And then I explained to him like exactly what they are, and he was just like mind blown because he thought I was going to give some like super detailed explanation. And I was like, nah, I mean, they're just emerging candles. And then he was like, what are emerging candles? And then we went over them, and I was like, they're literally just a stopping point of the first time a green print has made it there, you know? So like, yeah, this looks like shit when you're looking at it like this, but we're not looking at it like that. We're preparing it here using price history, again, because price history is the most reliable and probably the strongest indicator you'll ever find, are good levels. And then that's what helps us on the smaller time frames. It's not meant for the daily. You know, it's not meant for looking at the daily time frame candles or 4 hour or hourly. This is meant for the smaller time frames to trade off of these levels, to trade off of these, to see the price react to these mini levels that are from that emerging candle standpoint. But then it's kind of funny too, because you can do the same thing on the bigger time frames. You know, you go to this one, and you can go to your monthly emerging candles. You can get some weekly supply and demand. You can get whatever you want, and then you end up with a pretty awesome daily time frame chart too. So and all you did was just zoom it back out. And so I was explaining that, and it kind of like freaked this dude out a little bit because I think he thought we all traded by order blocks in here. And I was like, if you would just watch one video for 5 seconds, you would know we don't use order blocks. But guys, what can we take away from today's daily time frame chart? Before I start, what's up, Mighty One? How you doing? What does the fib greater than pi greater than trig mean? Hey man, if you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. Yeah, it gives me more convictions in our plays. Good to hear, Kim. And you should have a lot of confidence. You should have a lot of knowledge of your life. You should only have confidence because you have knowledge of what you're looking at. If you don't have knowledge of what you're looking at, that means you're not backtesting, you're not reviewing, you're not practicing, you're not getting mental reps. So you need to do all these things so you can get that knowledge, so you can get that confidence, so you can be one of those confident traders that just can't be touched. And you will still accept losses. Be a good loser. Good morning, Daffy. Thank you, Sinful, for dropping a like on the stream. Hopefully everyone else follows suit. Good morning, John. Good morning, First Light. How you doing, First Light? I saw you in the chat this morning as well. Moving on up. Sorry, creator. You should look it up. I put Fibonacci is greater than pi, and then I put pi is greater than trigonometry. But guys, what can we take away from this daily time frame? Let's get serious now. Well, let's get serious for like 5 minutes. Good morning, Shadow. Hopefully you're having a great morning. Come on, somebody blow my mind here. Somebody say something about today's candle or something about where we're at. Talk to me about the positioning of the chart. What can we take away from it? Good morning, Maddie Clams. Hope you're doing good, man. Good morning, David Q. Always happy to see you pop up. The orange D profile pic. Alright, guys. Well, you only have a couple minutes to answer me. If you take too much longer, I'm going to go ahead and beat you to it. Holy Amazon. I'll check it out here in a second. Good morning, Sandollar. All right, here we go. Finally, I think Gil's answers are finally catching up. Creator said, we are in the next supply zone / in the middle of the gap. Sandollar said, in the solid supply and risk for reversal. No, you're good, Dondu. The only question was just based on the daily time frame chart, what I'm looking at. So what I wanted to hear from you guys is exactly what you guys just said. I wanted to hear we're potentially reaching a slowdown. Now, what can happen, though, for us to completely demolish this and make it up to this? We would need to surpass 455.50s, correct? So we can note that. We can write down somewhere, okay, well, above 455.50s, based on our daily time frame analysis, this can break out higher, which is, you know, something you still need to note. Remember, always have an absolute rule, and this is your absolute rule. Always plan for both sides. Because what the F is the point of only being bearish or only being bullish? You look ignorant. You look stupid, honestly. Don't ever do that. Don't be one of these. I could literally call out top 10 social media traders right now on this exact problem because everybody does this. Don't be one of those idiots. Don't be somebody who sits here and plans for one side. And I'm not trying to be so aggressive, but that is essentially what you're being when you're only planning for one side. I mean, think about it. If you were to go cross a road, right? A busy-ass road, not just a random road, a busy road, right? And you only looked left. That's like only being bullish. And then not looking right and just taking it across the street. And then what happens? Well, what if it was a one-way for the other way, right? And you're crossing it the wrong way. And then the cars come and they hit you. You're dead. Or alive and in a lot of pain, right? So don't be just bullish or just be bearish. You should plan for both sides so you aren't totally surprised or worse, losing money and not knowing why, and then lying to yourself to keep yourself in the trade longer. Everybody does this. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're looking at a potential slowdown if 453.60s and 455.50s cannot be surpassed. Let's write this down. What'd I say? Slowdown can occur as long as nope, not 430 something. 453.65. Let's round it down a little bit, make it a more flat number. 453.65 to 455.50s are not surpassed. Watch for lower highs before going short. Watch for breakout / hold over before going long. Feels kind of dirty. I capitalized long and not short. There we go. And that's our TA. We can remember the numbers off that now. And we have our levels from the other chart. So we're good to go. Market's open. We got the 1 minute. We got the, where am I at? 15 minute. We got the 5 minute here. We got a little bit of a lower open. Zoom that back up a little bit. Right there. And zoom this over. But does the daily time frame make sense to you guys? This needs to be your first thing to check every day, because then you get initial direction, you get initial planning, you get an initial good look at the chart based on bigger time frame levels and everything around there that's more important. Then you can come down to your smaller time frame charts and make your more tedious, defined plans of what exactly you're looking for, what exactly you want to see happen. Thank you, Sandollar, for the $4 donation. I will appreciate that Russian coffee. And yeah, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. There's almost 70 people in here. Thank each and every one of you for joining. Make sure to go back a couple minutes if you're just now tuning in. We did just go over a lot of stuff regarding today's market, so I hope you enjoy that. But go back a couple minutes. But yeah, should be seeing a slowdown as long as we cannot surpass the next highlighted area above on the bigger time frame. But this doesn't mean turn bearish. We shouldn't flip short until we see lower highs, or until we see, I should write that actually, or a break of 449, 451 range below. There we go. Because that is technically correct too. You know, let's say they don't just reject it and we don't get a lower high. What if they just flush this? Then you can go short. You're really looking for 449 and 451 to break, as well as this low right here. Remember when we were down here and we were talking about targets? You still got that halfway point of that candle. You still got the open of that candle. Sorry for the amazing line. And then you have the next area below. So you have multiple targets below if that does ever crack. But drop me an emoji, drop me something to show me that you do understand everything we're talking about here. I don't want to just sound fancy. I don't want to just sound cool and go over game plans. I want to see that you guys understand this so we're all on the same page. Fuck looking cool. Screw looking smart. We're not here for that. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. Daffy said, wouldn't be surprised a retest of the famous 450-25. Honestly, I'm with you on that one, Daffy, because now you're right. If we get the famous test of 450 again, I don't think I would be surprised. And that's right there in that next area below in the daily time frame, too. So, matches right up with what you're talking about. Good looks, good looks. Good morning, Chris. And good morning to anybody I might not have seen. Say morning. Glad to have you all here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. We have a little bit of a lower open. If you want to go back a couple minutes and review some of the levels and game plans I talked about, be my guest. I also have a bunch of rules written up here on the screen if you want to go through them. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Guess we're watching Nike for a second. Here we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, now I gotta fix all these again. Alright, there we go. Actually, I'm gonna edit this because the text is like way too big to look at now. There we go. That's a lot easier to look at. And just a reminder, the 1 minute top left, 15-minute top right, 5-minute bottom left, daily bottom right. These two charts are on the same exact levels and zones and all that good stuff. These two charts are on the same exact levels and zones and all that good stuff. So just so everybody knows. Nvidia's getting sued. No idea if that affects the stock. Probably not. It would have to be of something of sustenance to actually hurt Nvidia. Tesla's moving. Good call out. I saw somebody else mention Amazon a second ago. Looks like the Qs are building a hammer over Wednesday high supply that was turned into demand that is no longer supply. Apple hammer on the 15. Nvidia's over today's open with the hammer on the 5. Tesla is getting moving. Good looks. They're in supply. So watch for them to surpass. I think it's like 238.15, I think is the number I have on top of that zone there. I don't see anything else noting yet. Oh, UNH pretty high open. Yeah, I'm going to just get back to SPY for a second, and then we'll go through the sectors and all the weights and stuff. Let's go over news for the day. So, news for today, and some stuff has already came out, but nothing super big yet. We have really a lot of European news coming out today. You have home sales change coming out, and then you have FOMC minutes, which, again, there's no live stream. This is a report from last month being released. Not really a report, it's like a summary of their meeting. So, pretty light on the news today, to be honest. And I think a lot of people are going to be More focused on the home sales number coming out this morning, surprisingly. FOMC minutes, you really shouldn't be trading super heavily around that, because if anything does come out that we didn't know beforehand, which we should know most of it should just be all scripted. If anything, though, that isn't scripted comes out from last month, then we are going to see a pretty crazy reaction. But by then, because that's at what, one? That's in the last 2 hours of the day. You shouldn't be sitting here with like 100% of your cash ready to just throw into trades. It shouldn't be like that. So, if anything, I just request that you guys trade light in the last 2 hours of the day. But be very careful, because here in about 13 minutes, I think you're about to get some news. Yeah, you are. 13 minutes. SPY pulling back more. Lower open can't hold. Look at that. Perfect rejection of today's open. Perfect rejection of the open. Today's open on the 1 minute, 5 minute just pulling away, 15 minutes still developing. Daily time frame you're not really focused super hard on. You're really just kind of paying attention to the areas that we're around. Tesla is very positive now. Good job to all the people who mentioned that one. I saw a couple of you bring that up. Let's see if Amazon ever takes part of that. Again, you have to look at Amazon whenever you see Tesla doing something, or vice versa, because they are in the same sector. They're top weight of the same sector. So it's nice to see them doing the same thing. But right now they're not. Microsoft, pretty good hold of their today's open and push. Apple, not so much. So maybe Apple's slow, or Microsoft is lying to us. Fuck. Holding Tesla since yesterday, up 20%. Good looks, Daffy. Nice rejection of current day open. Damn, good looks, peoples. Are you trolling me? Or no, you must have just tuned in. Yeah, very indecisive, though, at the open. Let's all be honest here. The lower open, we're inside of an area where they could just hold this support, but if lost, could be a very nice pullback towards Wednesday high supply. So, really kind of keeping my eye on this area right here. You said it while I was sending it? Liar. Nah, I'm messing with you. Good updates, good updates. I want to see y'all updating what I'm saying, because then it's like, okay, they're paying attention. They know what they're looking at. Trading it, that's another thing, but being able to see it, update it, talk about it, that's something anybody should be able to do. We're the same person, Josh. Oh, I forgot. Look, Creator Trades messing with me now. Visa's at all-time highs. Nice. SYM and DKS parabolic 20% and 9% respectively. I'm like trying to read two words at once. Taylor said, golden pocket from our last uptrend on the daily also lines up with the prior day demand. So prior day demand is pretty damn important, apparently. And 100% everybody, I highly request you guys. Again, look at this. I keep telling y'all. Man. Taylor's a really, really good role model in this aspect for post charts channel, because this is what I talk about. You know, posting the before, the during, the after, so you get the full effect, right? But you can only get the full effect if you do, well, you gotta do step one. You gotta do the before. What would be the before? Right here, going over things beforehand on your bigger time frame, like I do, going over your smaller time frame, like we all do, and then just kind of going over a couple things, reminding yourself what's going on, what kind of week are we having, what to expect, really making yourself aware of not just the levels and the TA, but just everything. It's very nice. And then during the day, now Taylor can update, you know, random things that are bouncing between her levels. She can update, oh, well, this is how we close today, this is that. And then when the market's closed, she can review any trades she may have taken between these levels. She can review how well did she stick to everything that she posted here. So let's say, well, let's use Taylor as an example. Sorry, Taylor. But let's say Taylor from before said, I'm bullish on this if it does this, right? And then it breaks that level to the downside and she gets calls anyway. So she's not following her game plan, right? That means it's wrong. That means she's gambling, right? But if she can review the day afterwards and she looks back and she goes, wow, I pointed out 3-4 different things and I stuck to almost every single one of them, then bam, that's her sticking to her game plan. That's being a trader. That would be the full effect. This is something you need to do, that needs to be part of your daily routine. I don't care if you're posting in here or not, but you need to be doing this on your own. You need to be doing this with yourself, because if not, you're not even giving yourself a chance at growing and trading. All right, thank you for letting me use you as an example. But everybody get on that. Yo, thank you, Chupapi. So earlier I was saying, guys, it takes 5 seconds to hear my breakdown and recap and everything, and Chupapi, like, took a screenshot of the time that I talked about it into the Discord. That was big brain, dude. Thank you. Actually, big brain. I commend you on that one. And there's a ton of, I'm not even going to get into their way, but there's a lot of people trading Tesla in my chat right now, and they are kicking ass. Some of them had swings, some of them are day trading it. Trader, read it. Read it slowly. Fibs. So Fibonacci. I'll tell you what it means. Fibonacci. It's just a joke. It's something stupid. So, like, you know what pi is, right? 3.14. And then, do you know what trigonometry is? Did you get that far in school? You know, shapes and stuff, like mathematic formulas and equations for, like, triangles and you know, all kinds of shapes, really. Right? Because that sucks. Trigonometry sucks. It's very boring. It's very annoying. It's the one with when you use the advanced calculator and using, like, sin, cos, tan, all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's that. That's what trigonometry is. Right? And then you have pi, right? 3.14, right? And then you have Fibonacci. So I put them in order. I put Fibonacci is greater than pi, which I think nobody here even uses pi, so I don't think anybody here's going to argue with that one. And then pi is greater than trigonometry, because who the hell likes trigonometry? It's really just a joke, because, like, screw math work and screw doing homework and all that stuff for school. But that's why it's in that order. Because Fibonacci, trading, is greater than pi, which is greater than trig. It's just a stupid joke. Yeah, shapes is geometry. He didn't get the trigonometry, guys. Shapes is geometry, yes. You should Google what trigonometry is before you type some more. Trigonometry is, like, how you actually get the shapes. Yeah, machinist. Trig's pretty crazy, honestly. Like anybody who uses it in their real time, like workplace, it's pretty crazy. It's definitely super interesting for us math nerds. I know there's not many of you in here. I don't blame you if you're not a math nerd. But guys, while we're on the topic, what was your favorite subject in school? Clearly, mine was like math and history. But what was everyone else's favorite? Seriously. There's got to be one class you enjoyed. This man creator said trig. Math, history. David Q said math, science, social studies. All right. David Q was just really good at school. Dude, I hated social studies. I don't know why. I know it's just like lower age history class, but it felt horrible for me. Wood shop. Wow, that was probably fun. Calculus. Okay. He said he got a 4 on an AP exam. History, art, and science. Okay. Art. Math. Skipology. Hell yeah. Honestly, Daffy, you should have said, I can't even think of it now. Damn, I suck. God, school's so long away from now. Math. Yeah, if you like trig, calculus will blow your mind. Yeah. Yeah, the common belief is like people who are good at geometry suck at like normal algebra, and then it goes deeper than that when you go past like geometry for trig, algebra with like calculus and you know, just deeper math. Biology, nice. I sucked at biology. Skipping school, legend. It was weird in my 12th grade English class. We studied Roman philosophers' writing, which was awesome. That is pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool philosophy and like stuff from the Roman days too, because they literally had like the first did you know like Julius Caesar is the person who came up with him and somebody else came up with how we use the calendar now. I forgot what's the name of the calendar called again. Whatever the name is, though, like, it's crazy. We still use the same mechanics of how the calendar works today, but from way back then, like, it's kind of crazy. Caesar's the GOAT. Doesn't mean I had good grades at all, but you love philosophy. I didn't finish 12th grade English because I graduated in 2020. The Julian calendar. Thank you. There you go. But yeah, that's from, like, Julius Caesar time. Him and one other guy put it together. Actually, this is going to sound nerdy for me, and I'm very sorry, but I have to share this. But one time, a long time ago, when Julius Caesar was gone for a long time, because he was the only person in the modern-day world at that time that updated the calendar and time itself, like for everybody, because they would send out calendars and let people know what season it is and give them kind of a rough estimate at what season it was. But he was gone in Egypt for, like, multiple years, and then he returned because somebody was attacking, like, to the right of Italy. I forgot the name of the country at the time. It's like Macedonia or something. And he was gone so long that everybody thought it was spring, but it was actually about to be winter. So when he attacked, he made sure he did it fast and then hunkered down, because when they all came back to attack him, it became winter, but they didn't know that. They thought it was going to be spring. So they got lost out there, and most of their troops died without him even having to fight them. And it was just because he knew how time worked and they didn't. He knew what season it was and they didn't. That's what I thought was crazy. And it was literally just because he's the man who, him and one other guy helped make the calendar. Yeah, he was gone. Yep, smashing Cleo and killing her brother. Yep. Peoples knows his history. But yeah, pretty trippy. I thought that was always kind of weird. But guys, we are still hanging around here while I'm ranting, asking you guys questions. We are still hanging around here in the 1 and 5 minute around this area here, which is pretty interesting because this is kind of what we talked about. If we came down here and just sat here, this actually could be good consolidation for bulls because we're still in an uptrend. We're still above Wednesday high supply turned into demand, and we're still holding demand from yesterday's lows. Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't their lows. This would be a higher, way higher low. So I'm just saying, yes, we have a lower open. Yes, bears have initial momentum from the open, but we're in a spot where buyers could take this back up. So just keep that in mind. Prep time, undefeated, Julie, exactly. Hey, I'm glad you guys are somewhat aware, because that's probably the most, like, I don't know, I feel like that's one of the most historical people to ever exist. Besides, like, Alexander the Great and, like, whatever. But good looks, guys. Good updates. Keep them coming. I'm checking out the Discord now to see what everyone's up to. Fantastic John goes into chat. How often do you guys think about the Roman Empire? D-Touch said, Boeing, BA, new high of day. Jay also calling it out. He said, BA, above previous day high. Good updates by both of you gentlemen. Username hit his take profit at 103% on Tesla. Him legend. Peoples. You guys are nerds. Hey, thank you, man. I take pride in that. I'd rather be a nerd than somebody who has nothing to talk about. When you sit down with somebody, how quick do you have conversation with them? Most people very slowly, and they talk about weird shit like how was your day and stuff like that. You come in here, we're going to talk about everything. Ladies love nerds, bro. I wish the ladies would hear that. No, you're right, Chris. You're right. I'd like to add the 15-minute on Triple Q and SPY are both picking back up. Kind of adding into what I was talking about earlier. See if it holds up, though. Creator says, not true. Peoples has no ladies. That's messed up, Creator. That is messed up. To deflect and to push yourself onto peoples like that, man, that is just wrong. I'm very interested though. That was crazy. All y'all's favorite subjects. I'm trying to think of something else to ask y'all that's like bland and vague but interesting. Good morning, fam. Just joined mad late. Totally fine, Alexis. I honestly wasn't starting until you got here, so I'm glad you got here. Now I can start. Good morning, everybody. Glad you're here, Alexis. MU gave up all of yesterday's gains. Great call out by Sandollar because that is an important semiconductor. I love the Japanese art of... Wait, let me read this before I finish because it's from Dondu. Okay, it was legit. Fixing broken things with gold is so badass. That's pretty interesting. The Japanese art of kintsugi. Probably saying that so wrong. Pretty nice rejection. Again, at today's open, you had that first push here. Rejection, rejection. You have a lower high of these rejections. Let's take note of that. I hate to say it, because I wanted it to go up too for you guys, so you guys could get that gap fill overnight. But we do have another lower high now after the rejection of today's open. One can only assume a flush is happening soon. Watch for the 452.70s to break. That's your low of day. And then next you have 452.20s. And then you have the ultimate Wednesday high supply that was turned into demand. They're touching almost low of day. Pretty good push to that low so far. New plays are looking for a break of that low. If you're already in shorts, definitely could trim some profits here and look for the new low to break. But definitely do not hold any shorts if the today's open breaks. Because that would not be good for bears. That'd be good for bulls. Qs are doing the exact same thing. So at least we have the market reacting together. Kind of annoying when you have like tech weaker or stronger than overall SPY. But we don't seem to have that today. We seem to have them in the same place, which is a lot easier to track. It's already been 30 minutes. Holy. Hasn't felt like it. A little over 40 minutes since we started the stream, but it does not feel like it. Bears are looking for that flush after the, what is that, the third lower high? Secondary chance for any of the people who took shorts initially to get out at low of day. Runners can look past low of day. Feels like they're about to just give us like a weird grind down and then like a pop, making it really hard for either side to hold the trade longer. If you guys find yourself ever getting into like multiple plays and you feel like you just never get out in time, you need to focus on being minimal. Being minimal is what you need to do for a while. And what I mean by that is as soon as you take a trade, and let's say like you're in a put and there's like a recent low there and you get towards it, that's where your take profit is. It's not past that. That low needs to be your first take profit. Then you can aim past further things like that. You know, but at the beginning you need to focus on baby steps. Aim small, miss small. Buyer showed up, wicked instantly. We'll see who holds this in the next few minutes. This is a new candle on the 1 and the 5 and the 15. So you have fresh candles across the board. See if they give us that flush or if they are going to finally break this lower high trend from the open. Does everybody understand where we're at right now? Another lower high trying to step in on that 1 minute. 5 minutes just a grind down. So it's kind of hard to actually give yourself a trend there. You really only have one actual rejection on the 5 minute. You have multiple on the 1 minute. You don't really have any on the 15 minute. It's really just a small push down. And you can see on the daily time frame, bottom right, just looks like a reset candle. It's like a slowdown candle. So I would not be surprised if this was the kind of day we end up with. But we'll see. Not here to guess. Holy, that buyer move is strong. Still not above anything crazy, but that was quick. You got like this lower high, higher low thing going on right here, but they're under today's open. It's like a lower squeeze pointed down. We're still in this like slight downtrend from open, but it's just really sketchy. Potential trend change too with the higher low stepping in. What would really change trend is if they popped a new high here. Excuse me, guys. I am like yawning. I slept pretty good too. That's the weird part. I think my body feels that it's a short week. It's like, dude, this is the week to be off. And it's like, you're off, right? No, dummy. We got to stream still. And I was just telling a friend this, guys, but you might get that flush. It just might take so long that a lot of you guys who are trading those closer dated expiration contracts, it might burn you. It might hurt you. You could be directionally right and still be wrong today. You're ready for bed. Tesla is credible? Hell yes, it is. Watching AMD for a breakdown to 117. You can get it if 11930s, 11870s break. It looks like, wait, whatever this is, 11850s. But they're at another level of support after opening lower than this one, which I think I said they'd open just above this, but then they pushed a little bit lower before pre-market started, or ended, sorry. But they retested off of this. You got a good 80% entry away, and they hit target so far. Kind of a minimal trade, though, nothing special. See if a bigger trade pops up on that one. And then Tesla, this was my main trade idea for the day for my premium and lifetime section. I've been trying to post this one more and more and more because you guys love this one. I kept getting spammed by you guys the other day to post it. So like, all right, I'll do it. But they held in between range. Nothing really to cover there. 10 minutes into the day, they're already above previous day high supply into the next area. 15 minutes later, they're above the next area. 15 minutes later, they're in the next area. So Tesla's on a tear streak today. They don't seem to care what everyone else is doing because Amazon's not even really reacting with it. Tesla's all by itself. Google's got some good movement in the XLC sector. Banks and healthcare are kind of sideways. Ooh, John Deere. Bonds are up, dollars down. Small caps are down and sideways. Oops. Another rejection of current day open, great call out by Pepples. Shadow said Tesla chart plus India deal looming. Alexis said chillin', watching. Okay. And yeah, D-Touch said Dixie. He's talking about the dollar, DXY. They just keep flushing through the next areas. Right now they're inside of the next one though, so be very, very careful. Let's go back to that new chart real quick. They're still holding this downtrend we talked about, but it's not pretty. And it's like I said, it's going to burn a lot of people in closer dated expiration contracts. It's not going to be fun for those people. And that's one of those trades where it's like, you're right, but you're going to be wrong at the end. It's going to hurt. Discretionary building up. That's all thanks to Tesla so far. Healthcare holding up pretty well. Banks are slowing down against supply on the bigger time frame. Tech hit all-time high yesterday, 185.93. Today we're getting a reset candle. Very normal. Let me see this BA chart y'all keep bringing up. Oh, man. They did really good over the past few weeks. D-Touch been posting that one for a few weeks now. How's my baby CLF doing? She doing alright? Invoking the rule, fool me once, shame me on the market, fool me twice, shame on me. Leland said, be patient, wait for the range to break and retest. What's up, Zeke? See, oh, you like CLFT from back then? Yeah, man. Everybody who knows, man, from back then. Everybody knows. I'm glad you were there. Also, their CEO is hilarious. Coin taking a nice hit. It's probably time that that coin slowed down, to be fair. It was in such a strict and well-respected channel for so long. Dude, it was. That's going to be PayPal in like 2 years. PayPal needs to hold above 55. Speaking of PayPal, PayPal 55.44 for me to stay in the swing. All right. Giving yourself a good plan and an out in case something goes wrong. And that's good. You need to give yourself validation and validation points. What am I going to do if this does this? What am I going to do if it does this? Be conditional. It's the first line on my screen on that left side. Always be conditional. You have to be. Good job, Alexis. Leading by example. And thank you guys for almost 50 likes on today's stream. That is crazy. Another testament to the strength of this community that over 90 people joined in here again. It's Tuesday on a short week. Did you guys sleep in every day? No. You guys showed up. I'm proud of you. Pat yourself on the back. Seriously, that is not an easy feat at all. You might think it is right now because you're awake and you feel great, but it's not. There's going to be days where you don't feel great. There's going to be days where you can just give yourself bullshit excuses. You need to remind yourself of days like today when you felt great and you got on anyway. You don't care about what kind of day it is. You don't care about what kind of day, the market's having or you're having. You're set. You're following your routine no matter what. Because what happens when we step outside of that routine? Pain, stress, struggle, emotional battles happen. BB family is getting bigger and smarter too, man. It's getting stronger. Remember, we don't care about getting another 100 people in here. We want to get the 100, 200 plus people in here that are here now. We want to get those people up to speed. We want to get those people in more of a steady, stable environment. Again, like I always talk about, having structure. It's just nice having a path ahead. It's kind of annoying when you take a loss and it's like, fuck, what do I do now? Like, do I jump into more trades? Do I force myself? Like, it's just so confusing, right? But with this system, it's nice because you can be like, you know what? I do know what I need to do next. And it's really, at the end of the day, it really comes down to, do you want to do what you're supposed to do or not? It's really about, being mature or not. Once you're down with the system, once you're down with the system. Down with the sickness. Gave back all of last week's gain, he said Amazon. I was scared for a second. He said Amazon gave back all of last week's gains. Good post. There is finally that flush. This is exactly what I was talking about, guys. How many times did I sit here and say, we probably will flush, but it's going to take forever, that it's not going to be cost effective? Like, you literally would have had to hold through multiple lower highs. It just wasn't worth it. And then you're basically hoping for one large candle, really, to help pay you. But we do have a new break and a new low of day. So you finally have a break of structure. On the 1 minute, at least. 5 minutes still kind of catching up there. Ignore this top yellow line. That was just when we were drawing, hey, look, we have lower highs. I'm not actually drawing a falling wedge or whatever the hell you want to call it. Slowly pulling away, nothing crazy. Pushing lower, 452.46. Good stuff, everybody. D-Touch giving me credit in the premium section because it's the only Tesla's the only thing moving in XLY. I also posted the only green sector in SPY today. Healthcare. Where's it at? Here it is. ABBV. Because I really like how a lot of its weights are sitting at like pretty big demands over multiple days, not just like one or two. UNH is also in a pretty interesting spot. There's a bunch of like heavier healthcare weights in pretty decent spots. And yeah, Tesla is slowing down. They were up 3 1/3%. They're now up 2 1/4. They're still pushing it lower. 452.09, they're making it through 452.20s. If they can maintain under 452.20s, you can make it to Wednesday high supply that is turned into demand. So we can possibly see some buyers show up around the mid and higher 451s if the sell-off does continue. Is everybody good? We all understand what we're looking for here? Pretty much only speaking when there's something to update so far today, just because we're in a short week. Try not to talk y'all's heads off. But everything that we talked about happened. We got a very, very slow grind, and it did push lower, but it took their sweet time, so not as many people could be in the trade. Now I could see them keeping it even more indecisive, now that they have made their one move to the downside. Does everything I've said, though, make sense today? I don't want people to be in here and be like, oh, Bueller's right. I don't care about being right. I want you guys to understand what we're looking for here, so you can do this on your own. I don't want a bunch of guppies in here. I don't want that. Good morning, Timmy. New low of day. Thank you, creator. Watching Walmart at the support of 152, looking weak. Timmy Tough Knuckles. What's up, Adnan? What's up, Nam Lee? It's also known as Benny. He said, super satisfied with the fact that I watched and traded the only thing worth a damn today, which was Tesla. Execution still left a lot to be desired, but I followed my plan through some red. Good stuff, man. Make sure to also check out the Trade Ideas channel each day. I post trade game plans just for you guys because I try to find the things that are actually going to move. But good job, Benny, also finding Tesla on your own. I'm also happy with the chat just in general because even before I posted it, there were people yesterday and the day before, username, Leland, many people in the trade floor, go look yourself. There's tons of people who were going over it before I even brought it up. So I'm honestly beyond proud of the chat because everybody seemed to have found their own reason to like that chart beforehand. It wasn't like, oh, Bueller posted it. It's not about, oh, if Bueller posted it first or not, or if username posted it first or not, or if Leland posted it first or not, or if Nam Lee posted it first or not. It's not about that. Use your tools. Everybody's charting the same shit. Look at your friend's post. Find plays on your own and try to look at theirs as well and be like, oh, okay, there's some other plays I could take if mine don't happen to do anything. Don't just screw yourself. 23% scalp off of the rejection of today's open, followed today's game plan. Good job, David Q. Not just getting a green trade and a nice dub, but also following his game plan of the day. That is the biggest dub. Good stuff. Proud of everybody in here so far. New low of day. They hit a new low and then they brought it right back up in the same half second. That's quick. And the slowdown is happening. It just wasn't as clear to see because it opened lower, but it's slowing down from a good area. No retake of 453.67s gives us indication that we do want a short-term pull back towards what? The next area below, 449, 451. Whoops, I almost typed that in the wrong channel. everybody's thinking Daffy. I load trade floor. This is what I like to see. Everybody thinking Daffy. Let's go see what he did. Looks like he was also shorting. Daffy saw the slowdown, and he also liked puts. Good job, Daffy. I'm adding emojis. Did literally everything I can. You guys see what I'm talking about? Like, Daffy's in the stream, but Daffy's trading on his own, right? And even though he's not following what I'm saying every 5 seconds, he still found the same direction we did for the same reasons. That right there is proof of the system. If I can trade it, he can trade it, and you can trade it all at the same time, and none of us are even talking to each other. It's a pretty good sign. All right, now, guys, you have the break of 452.20s. You want to see a continued rejection of 452.20s for a short-term retest trade to the downside. Or if they break this, you want to see them retest this and fail this. So that's what you're looking at. Good morning, Ace. How you doing, man? React is still looking for 117 on AMD. What's up, Eric? He said 40% gain on that SPY flush. He got one runner remaining now. That's what I like to hear. Good stuff. Leland said, Nam Lee, did you read what username wrote for you in the results and review channel the other day? If you're still in here, let us know. Had two reasons to enter short. Price was holding below 453.08. SPY weekly emerging level and lower highs being made. Entered short, and then I got the best confirmation. Daffy entered poots. Amazing job, Maddie. I'm beyond happy for you because you found many reasons. And this is exactly what I talk about. You guys don't trade. You shouldn't. If you're not trading like this, you're not trading. But I'm going to break it down. You need to find, well, one, you plot your levels. Two, you understand what trades you're going for. But after you've done all that, you know, with the types of entries you're going for, then it's about finding those confirmations to push you into the trade, not about making things up to push you into the trade. You shouldn't be looking at this and going, oh, I think a higher low can go here. I'm gonna buy calls.
and then it makes a new low of day and you lost. That's because your trade didn't make sense. You're just randomly making shit up. But if you're sitting here and you're going, oh, well, you know what? It broke PML, it broke previous day low, it broke this, it broke that. I like that it didn't break today's open. It just kind of held, blah, blah, blah. You're finding multiple reasons to push yourself into the trade and onto the chart, not just, oh, I think it's going to do this. No, find multiple things to push you in. Right there, what Maddie said. Everybody read Maddie Clam's message right there. That right there should be the reason that you get into trades. Very, very great job, Maddie. Thank you for leading by example. Oh, and it looks like Benny did read it. Okay, good, good, good. Wednesday's high supply/demand holding perfectly so far. Yes, sir. I got it right here still. We're still bullish. It's just, this is a notable pullback. You've gone up to a notable level. We rejected, had a lower open on the daily. And we're slowing down. That's totally fine. But we're still above areas where bulls can completely hold this and rip faces off. So let's remind ourselves of that. Good job, David, reminding yourself. Thanks, B. Just following the BB system. Love to see it, Maddie. It's your system. I have another quiz in ROR. Oh boy. I gotta check this out. Huh. I don't know why it's like that, Genghis. Someone else had this problem yesterday and then it fixed. Huh. I'm gonna be honest, that is really weird. Can you send me a picture in here? What is your YouTube look like? Like what is your I know who you are. I know you, Genghis. I've seen you many times. I know who you are. You don't have to worry about that. But send me a picture of what your like YouTube account looks like, what your profile pic looks like. That is so weird though. I'm sorry, man. And I'm still reading both chats, so even if you can't type in here, you can still type here and I'll read it out. I gave you that red roll since you're a YouTube member, so I know you're not lying. I know exactly who you are. You've been around here for a fat minute. I think you've joined in here multiple times actually. I've seen you here a couple years ago, and then I've seen you in here again recently, so I know exactly who you are. Well, not exactly, but you know what I mean. I know of you. Huh. Alright, but back to the quiz question. Sorry about that. And Genghis, maybe it'll just fix itself, because that's what it did for the other person the other day. Okay. Alright, guys. Let's get to the quiz of the day. By the way, Daffy giving more updates. He was talking about how this was posted in the YouTube stream as well. Also, why was it that level? It's a weekly emerging candle. So, quiz of the day. Well, the market slowly chips away with FOMC minutes later today in the day, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Let's do a little quiz of mental reps on candlestick patterns. Name the following candlestick pattern in the correct order. Also explain what each candlestick pattern means and how you would view them as. Example 1. Bullish kicker. This tells me a buyer is in control because we have completely gapped up over the previous day's candle. Share your answer in post charts channel and tag any ROR or the reason over risk channel. And I'm not going to cheat like I did yesterday. You'll have to answer this one. So he kind of like helped you guys out a little bit. He gave you an example too. So like, what is this? What does it represent? What is this? What does it represent? And what can it mean? What's next? What's to look out for? And then what about number 3? What is this pattern, and what can it maybe tell us if whatever happens next? You know, break down the levels. What's the recent price action? What's going on in the chart? Just like we do here in the streams. All right, guys, what's going on in YouTube stream? Daffy is the legend. Yo, B, is SPY considered POS by the D? What do you mean by POS? Is SPY positioned like a buy the dip? Is that what you mean? I'm assuming. Now, I'm assuming you're looking at the 1 minute chart when you're asking me that. Because the 5 minute hasn't given you anything. We just simply have a test of a support. Right now, what you're looking for on the 5 minute would be a secondary low. You really only have one. If you're looking at the 1 minute chart, yes, it does look like a buy the dip. So it really depends on what time frame you're looking at. Oh, possible. My bad. I don't know why I was like, what are you talking about? But if you're looking at the 1 minute, yes, I could see exactly why you're asking that. 5 minute, you really just have a slight bid move. It's all you have. So we don't really have anything telling us buyers are in control again. You just have a slight buyer reaction so far. Pack of sardines. And yes, you could draw the fib, as Creator also pointed out. Thank you, Creator, for saying that too. Can always count on Creator Trades to back us up here. How are you today, Creator? Don't give me a meme answer. How you doing today? He's going to give me a meme answer. Need that credit. I swear, half of you, like, breathe and live memes. OMG, you started without me? I know, I'm so sorry, Vanessa. I had to. I waited hours for you. Always count on Creator to not focus. Oh my god. Everybody's attacking Creator now. Be right back. Changing my name to Lil Lily. Lil Durk. Lil Bueller. Lil Rim Test. I can't read people's. Y'all are something else. Thank you guys, by the way, for almost 60 likes. We've had almost 200 people join today's stream, differently clicked on. And that's amazing. Seriously, I keep saying it over and over, but I'm not joking. Like, most people are lazy as hell. So, seriously, pat yourself on the back for being here yesterday and today. It's not an easy feat. Especially on days where you really shouldn't be expecting the craziest amount of movement. We've already had nice moves up. It's really about seeing how do we react to this next area. And right now we're reacting in a slowdown way. So it's almost like, shit, now we just got to be patient. Because now it's about figuring out, all right, if this is a slowdown, are they going to break 449 or 451? And if that happens, then we can look for more pullbacks. If not, then we have to sit here and assume this is consolidation for more bullish legs up. I don't know how I wanted to word that, but a leg up. That's what you'd be looking for if that holds. Into the high, past the high. All that good stuff. Lil Chupapi. Oh, dude, yeah. Honestly, Chupapi, just put Lil in front of it. That he actually does have kind of a tough name. Lil Chupapi. We have bounced back into the golden pocket of the drop today. Good job, Dan H, pointing out a very, very, very notable intraday area. Yo, shout out to Luland. He never has to be customer support for me, and here he is being the best customer support. Damn, he's kind of like slightly flexing in a way though too. He's showing off his membership. What a legend. Thank you, Leland. I do appreciate you. To the moon and back. Sold my Spy Poot Runner. I'm all out and done for the day. Good job, Eric. Good job on your runner, man. I'm happy for you. Hopefully you've been doing good, man. How are the kids, Eric? How was your weekend? Hopefully your Thanksgiving plans are set, ready to go. I wanted higher golden pocket. Of course Mel does. Lil Creator. Bro's trying to flex. I remember him trying to check his rank in Discord. You talking about Leland, Dondu? It's actually funny because I actually gave actually I'm not gonna repeat that. I'm not gonna expose Leland after I just finished hyping him up. Oh my god, Vanessa is shooting shots at Leland. Vanessa Michelle, member for 8 months, a loyal supporter. She said, I have been a member longer than Leland. No, I didn't give Leland anything. He earned Discord experience, and that's why he is so far above most of you. But to be fair, Leland also types and posts more than all of you, so he naturally got it, and I just gave him a little bit of a boost. It wasn't really like I gave Leland second place or whatever place. Leland, what place are you in? Money longer, I'm uglier, I'm better than creator. Oh my god. Oh, I took the bot out. Y'all can't see it right now. Me6 is not in there. Never mind. I don't know what place you were in, but it really doesn't matter. Yeah. Then, yeah. I'm sorry. If we redo it, I'm going to do it with, like, incentives or prizes or, like, you earn something. Like, there's got to be something there. Like, maybe if you reach level 100, you get lifetime roll or something. Or, I don't know, like a free month of basic or premium. I don't know. It's got to be something cool. Yeah, it's my fault, to be honest. Weekend was great, anticipating Turkey Day. This was my first trade of the week. Wasn't able to trade yesterday, but gains are gains. I love to hear it, Eric. The process. Keep it up, man. How could you? I know, I know. If I stand on my money, I'm Muggsy Bogues. Which is, I believe that's the shortest NBA player to ever exist, if I remember correctly. Besides, like, what's his name? Glad I won't lose money on Thursday. Yeah, thank you, stock market, for forcing yourself to be closed so I don't lose any money. If I stand on my money, I'm 5-5. Really, if I stand on my money, I just have a bunch of dirty money. I don't want to stand on my money. Spud Web. There you go. Alright, what are you guys saying in here? I'm scared to look. Healthcare is holding SPY. Good job, Daffy. Disregarding a couple of those messages. If we're talking baseball, I'm Scottie Pippen. I'm second to all of y'all because you guys are Mike. Okay. Shout out Muggsy Bogues. Why are y'all still talking about basketball? That's why we need to get the New York plant. What are y'all talking about? Let's go back to charts. What the hell is going on in here? I swear, I like look away for like 15 seconds. Okay, it was a little longer than that, but... Honestly, I'm proud of y'all. I'm glad that y'all are able to goof off because it is so hard for people to have a good system in place and then to like... You know how like you're always in like this like serious manner or serious tone, and that's a good thing. It's a great thing to be serious, to be focused. But you got to be able to goof off a little bit. You got to be able to joke around with yourself a little bit, or you're going to drive yourself crazy doing this stuff. And in anything in life, I feel like it's not just trading. Anything in life, you know, you have kids, or you know, have a wife, or you have a career going, or just anything that's over a long period of time that you're going to definitely be working towards, regardless of whatever happens, anything in life. It's really smart to just treat it with as much positivity as you can, and trying to joke around as much as you can help, but limit yourself. Don't joke around all the time. Something serious is going on. You shouldn't be sitting there laughing or joking. And then on the other side of things too, if you're joking around too much, and then that like trade happens or whatever happens in your life and just a mistake happens, you're going to be beating yourself up because you were goofing off the whole time. So it can be good and bad. So make sure you guys do it in small amounts. We're able to goof off and lose money. Best of both worlds. I'm like 7 feet deep. Yeah, it looks like they weren't cool with just retesting this and pushing away from it. They failed to make the new low. They needed to retest this again. They closed over it. Now they have room to retest this. That's what they're doing now. So right now what we're looking for is for either them to reject this, push back lower, because this was the low they pushed under, or do they make it back to today's high of day and today's open? Because that would be pretty interesting. So if you want to like highlight that, you can. Just go to the high, to the open, and just highlight that, because if they do break out, that's where they're at least going towards. And if you want to, clean this junk up, you can now. I was just drawing this for, like, example's sake. Like, oh, guys, we have lower highs just to kind of help you visually see the trend. But you should draw this low right here because this is where they built structure and then fell from, retested, pushed away from. So this is essentially a very important intraday level. I wouldn't keep this for tomorrow. By the time today's over, you can delete this level. But for today, this level seems to be pretty interesting. Watching, I haven't pulled any triggers yet. Good stuff, Dondu. He's lying. He texted me this morning. He's like, dude, I can't stop taking trades. VC on Twitter said, good morning. No membership, but I am on YouTube. I said, I don't give a F. Member or not, you are part of the gang if you are here. I really don't care. If you guys don't have a membership, I don't care. I'm just glad to have you here. I'm just out of respect of the people who do have the membership. That's why I have it on that member-only chat. But anybody can join these streams and tune in, and you can join the Discord and type all you want. Totally fine with that. Dondu. Full ported. Oh, people said it too in here. Did y'all text each other that? You just both said that in 2 different chats. Dondi texted it, and then you put it in the text chat. Oh, good post on the dollar by Daffy. Over 90 people still in here. Seriously, guys, round of applause to yourselves for being here. They FaceTime as far as I know. You're probably not wrong, Daffy. They don't have drinks in Kansan? I think he meant Kansas. Took a put, was good, and later long for tiny win. Good stuff, Mel. Glad to see you. Only when Don do, blah, blah, blah. Vanessa said, I hate when I am impatient. I hate when I get impatient and close out of a trade before it actually meets my criteria for getting out. Any tips for slowing down and improving patience? Yes, using less. Aiming small, missing small. You shouldn't be aiming for far targets. And if you're even having problems with that, then you just need to do mental reps. You need to go back again. So if you're not having a problem with that, you just need to focus on aiming small, missing small. You need to focus on getting into your trade, aiming for that first target, getting out. Nothing else matters. Everything else is noise. Everything else is gambling. Nothing else matters, right? And let's say you get in and then it goes against you and it hits your stop. Well, then you're out. It doesn't matter. We don't care about winning or losing. You're here to focus on following your system, right? We don't care about winning or losing or making or losing money right now. I mean, we deep down we do, but we're trying not to, right? So we can focus more on the cold process of things. He said bro can't spell focus up. Watch your mouth, Dondu. Daffy is your elder. Rejecting VWAP. Good looks, King Carnage. How you doing today, Carnage? It's already been an hour and a half and almost 2 hours in the stream. That's crazy. Aloha SF. I like how you always go to the post and hit that. Every time I see you, I'm just going to reply with aloha. Aloha. Oh. Sometimes I type aloha and it switches to alpha. That makes sense. Maybe if I step back from live trading and remove concern about wins and losses, I can focus more on just getting in more consistent reps. Exactly. Exactly. Because you're not... I hope that makes sense. Like, yes, you are focused about winning and losing and making sure you don't, lose too many times. But in the grand scheme of things, we aren't, though. In the grand scheme of things, we really are. You really are more focused on seeing how close to your trade setup, to your game plan, to your before, to the beginning Vanessa, before Vanessa. What did before Vanessa plan? Stick to what she talked about, and then you can go into doing other things, over time. But get more comfortable first. Get more confident first, and then you could really do whatever you want. But you need to be able to aim. You need to be able to at least take the small trades, because then that's going to be your steps to making those bigger trades. You know, oh, I'm closing out some here and leaving runners. You know, getting to that point, you can't do that unless you get really good at taking profit to the first target, understanding, okay, that's my stop, I need to stick to it. So it really is like a weird process of like challenging yourself, but at the same time limiting yourself to almost like force yourself to grow in the direction you want to grow. You know, it's not about being right or wrong or looking smart or looking cool or having trader in your bio on social media. It's not about that shit. What's up, Dondu? Bet you feel bad now, huh? Fantastic so far. How about you, man? I've had better days, but I'm doing great. Apple is under 190. What's up, Green Candlestick? I love seeing your name pop up, man. Say less, Staffy. Say less. Say less, Staffy. I love that daily time frame. A said, need a place to eat for Thanksgiving? More than welcome to come to my place. What state do you reside in, Ace? He said South Africa. That's a little too far for me. Ace, you're not actually in South Africa, are you? That had to have been a joke. Or are you trying to tell us that you are Elon Musk? Because, you know, everybody from South America is Elon Musk now. Short-term bearish retest in place. They did not want to retake 452.70s. Got a high and a lower high in the 1 minute. You have a, well, this is your main move, but then you have your lower high of that main move here. So, bear still in control. Damn, almost 100 people in here. I'm there. Looks like everybody's going to South Africa to hang out with Ace for Thanksgiving. I'm actually not even having turkey for Thanksgiving this year again, guys. Last year I went to that one place. I'm going there again. Not even getting turkey. I'll have steak with a lobster on top. And probably a really, really good baked potato or something like that. Some whiskey. What one place? Oh, Fleming's is the name of it. Flemings. Turkey is the worst. Yeah, I'm really not a big turkey guy. I find turkey to be kind of dry. I mean, it's alright. It's just not really the best. Turkey is major overhyped. Yeah. Nothing like good old fresh Texas lobster. You know it, man. Yeah, I get this like tiny little steak thing, but it's really good. And then they put like lobster tail on it, and then I think you can get like sides of like it's like spicy shrimp, and I'm not joking. They are legit spicy, and it's actually really good. Just because like when you hear spicy and someone tells you that, then you eat it. It's not really that spicy. It's just like eh. But these were actually like they had some kick to them. I will send y'all pictures. I'll send them in food chat when Thanksgiving hits. I want to see everybody posting in food chat on Thanksgiving. To be honest, I want to see what everyone's meal is when Thursday hits. The pic on the website, yum. Papa finna make some fried squirrel he caught up in the backyard. Damn, are they some big squirrels? I have actually heard squirrels pretty good. Your stomach is growling. I'm sorry. Well, for one of the gatherings. Didn't even realize there's a food chat channel. Oh, here. I can go over it for a second if you want. Yeah, so you have like, let me go over the Discord just in general, but you have like the section you can't really touch. This is just like for me and my mods to look through, and then some of these are like, promotion channels like, oh, here's how you upgrade, here's testimonials, here's frequently asked questions, disclaimer, rules of chat, all the good stuff, bunch of junk you guys have already read. Server stats, pretty junky, it's just numbers. Weekly watch list, daily watch list with daily updates. This is, or not daily watch list, the daily updates is where I drop news, corporate news, earnings, anything you might need to know for the day. And I post it before market open every day. Some of them a little bit more in-depth than others, but that's because certain days are a little bit more in-depth than others. Reason over risk. This is your most important channel in the entire chat for the most part. Quiz questions, homework, trades, ideas, lessons, educational posts, anything and everything. My daily watch list, Daffy's post that he puts in here all the time from his stock talk last night. They were streaming last night for almost 2 hours. I think it was about 2 hours. Leland has been posting daily videos based on the daily watch list. Yeah, it's crazy in here. It really is. Sorry, Jericho. We're not in there today. Trade Floor. Trade Floor is just a great place that you can just go through and really talk about anything. Results in review. You guys know damn well what this is for. I don't want to just see gains posted. Look how my trader is posting here. Mel. Look at Eric. Look at Mel again. There's never just gains. There's always a breakdown there. Good job, Deep. Not just posting gains, posting reviews. Because we're not here to look cool. We're not here to get rich. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. Make sense of things. Good job, everybody. I didn't see a single shitty trade review in there. Polls. You guys should be voting in here every day. If you're not, it's really not the end of the world, but it's just kind of cool to see how good everyone's doing. But some days you guys will drop like 60 votes in here, and then another day there'll be like 30, so it's a little bipolar in there. Post Charts channel. Great channel for just literally posting charts. It's the name of the game. Taylor's post right here is always a great example. This is the one I talked about this morning because it gives you a good kind of before, during, after effect. But definitely check out the beginning of the stream to kind of go back and see what I was talking about with that. And then also just a great place to post charts. Stock Talk, this is where we go into like actually meet up, do all that kind of stuff. Off-topic chat. They're helping each other out with his membership thing. But this is literally where people can join, and it's literally off topic. If you have any random things to talk about, bring it in here, please. I really don't mind in Trade Floor if you talk about random things when it's at a time of the day that doesn't matter. But if you guys are in here talking at market open or during the day, and it's about random shit, come over to off topic chat. Take care of your chat. Pets channel. Oh, I didn't even get to see your... Damn, that's kind of a cool fish tank. That one's actually kind of cool. But a pets channel. You got the gaming channels where all the homies post clips of their own games. I think I have a couple clips in here. Some people stream them playing games. Some people just link gaming news, so they can just go in here. Memes. Again, you can never really live in life without memes. This is really like Sinful's channel mixed in with everybody else having access to it, so it's really up to you. Social media be like Grant Cardone, Grant Cardone, Grant Cardone, Grant Cardone. And then the Food Picks channel, which this is where you guys should bring all of your Thanksgiving post, like pancakes. Why do I see a medium rare steak? I see that too, honestly. That's kind of funny. Ooh, waffles. A big donut. But yeah, it's kind of just like a fun BS part of the chat. It's not really focused on anything, but pretty awesome place. Trading videos. This is where I put some of my YouTube membership videos for my members who are only in Discord. I post at least 1 to 2 trade ideas a day in here, talking about a ticker, and then I'll go over levels. Today it was Tesla. We were looking above previous day high supply towards 239, 240. They went well past 239 and 240. This was my main target area. They went into the next area, and now they're chilling above my main targets today. So that one was pretty one-directional. But they're not always like that. Some days I'll have one that doesn't do anything, like Tesla. That's why I reposted Tesla today. Or like Amazon. Amazon did great yesterday, but then one didn't. So not every day is going to be great. I'm not going to pretend it is either. Every day is different. Premium channel, really not super active in there. It's just a good place to kind of remind people who only have premium and lifetime what they're looking for. And then this is another kind of section that's not super active, but it's an amazing place because it's focused on just swing trading for the most part. And then we have extra videos from a long time ago all the way to very recently. So as you can see, I post videos everywhere to try to help everyone out. But yeah, that is the... Oh, wait, I didn't even show the best part of the chat. What the hell's my problem? If you go down to educational section, my bad, guys. I don't know why this went over my head. But educational section, this is the best part of the chat. I have slowly built this up to the size it is now over the past 5, almost 6 years. This only had a couple channels in it for the longest time. Workshop classes, BB Bootcamp, and I think keys were the main 3 channels I had for the longest time. We added patterns, we added volume and fibs, we added trading lessons, we added workshop classes, pattern trading. This is me going over, and look how old these posts are too. Like some of these are so old. Like this one here, 2021. But I literally go over the control point. I go over what is the control point, how do you trade it with patterns. So if I see that we open higher than the previous day, okay, that's nothing really right there, but preemptively thinking, though, forward thinking, this could end up being a dark cloud cover, it could be a crow, it could be all kinds of things, right? And then I see it break the halfway point, you get in on the smaller time frame, you take profit into other levels, and then bam, wow, it's a bearish engulfing candle after that, wow. But you were able to preemptively trade that. So take time to go over this stuff. It's probably one of the most powerful tools, and it's something I've gone over for literally years now. It's not something we've just started going over. You know, you'll hear people ask me in Leland, like, when did you guys come up with this? Like, this sounds so new. It's like, guys, we've been doing this for years. It's just, you know, different because lead test, you got your different patterns to look at. You got all kinds of stuff that you can look at and use a fib on. Quizzes, workshop classes, trading lessons, volume fibs, pattern, keys. Keys is a different channel because it has, like, stuff from, like, way before that might not be as updated now, but there's still really good information. Like, my first post in here was from 2020 of May of 2020. That's crazy. I was going over basic strategies, just basic, simple stuff that a lot of people use, just kind of give people general info. Trading Reviews is a really, really old channel of me going over my watch list, my friends going over my watch list, all kinds of stuff from along, because every day I post a watch list. It's not something I've just started doing. Old gems and pinned messages. Would definitely click pinned messages for this one because there's a lot of cool info, but just a lot of amazing info to kind of help you really navigate the levels better, understand the psychology behind things better, because you're not the first person to go through this stuff. You're not the last person to go through this stuff. And then we also have a backup free educational Discord that's free to everybody. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that though. Huge server breakdown. And sorry about that. I know you only asked about the food channel, but I wanted to go ahead and take that opportunity. Oh, wait, let me throw my breakfast. Oh, you beat me to it. Nice. Do you think Rambo's having deer? Most likely. I would say that's a pretty fair guess. B, you should start a hedge fund? Why? This is so much more fun. I like not being locked down by laws and rules. Basically, the only thing I can't do as a person like this, I can't sit here and bully you into taking trades and then lying about what I'm doing, which I don't. I just call out updates. You should show the educational server also. What do you think about a fitness channel where people... Oh, that's a good idea, Chris. Let's add that right now, actually. I love that idea. Let's add that right now. We'll just leave it there. I don't need to mess with that section. There we go. That's a great idea. Look, I'm going to copy-paste Chris's message so I look like I'm smart. I spelled exercise wrong. I thought I felt that. Too many C's. Great idea, Chris. That's honestly a great idea. It's very annoying for me to make more channels because I personally have come up with a lot of ideas to make channels, and then they work for a little bit and then they die over time because either people stop watching or paying attention, or we get lazy on our end. Because I post daily on so many channels, it can be hard to keep up with everything. But no, that was a good idea. I like that. And y'all gotta help me too, you know, I have my mods and all that good stuff for my friends, but you guys gotta help keep the chat as clean as possible. You know, be respectful of what channel you're posting in, what time you might be posting at. Take care of your community. When are you dropping the next course? I'm supposed to actually be working on some of that stuff this week. I do not have any target dates for you, sorry. And yes, Vanessa, also another great idea. She said, can you share the free educational server as well? Yeah, let's go over it. So it's just, you know, the BS server stat thing like in the other chat. Welcome screen, this is really not for you guys to see. It's so I can see if you're a scammer or not. You can see Timmy in there. Just some general rules. Holy crap, 450 people have clicked on that. And only 10 of them want to learn. Cool invite links. I actually never look at this server anymore. I made it. I put my all into it a long time ago, and then I just stopped. I just stopped looking at it. But candlesticks, chart patterns. My friend Troy made all these images from scratch, by the way. These are not copied. Like 99% of people will just copy their image, put a logo over it. But my friend did not. My friend started from scratch and did everything over like I asked him to. Chart patterns, order types, all made by him again. Amazing guy. Terminology. I love this stuff. It's just cool. Tips and extra info. And this is all free. I don't really care that I'm sharing it. And I posted Hike and a She a long time ago because I actually did find it interesting. There was a time in my trading career where I've always focused on levels and price action and price history, but it is interesting to see other strategies that trend, and this was one when I first started appearing. This was a very popular one, and I thought it was interesting because it was pretty simple. It just was kind of slow, and you had to have a lot of patience to trade this strategy in this exact manner, but I came up with my own Hike and a She strategy. I'd never seen anybody use it in this manner. Ichimoku Cloud, we also have our own strategies in here as well as the traditional style of how to use Ichimoku Cloud. My friend Dylan actually used to trade this very heavily. I used to trade it pretty often. It's not a bad system. It's pretty cool looking, actually. And, yeah, but very old. TTM Squeeze, another super old one. I actually don't like this one at all. I think I should just delete this channel because this strategy is actually kind of worthless now. But essentially, you would use Keltner channels and Bollinger Bands. You'd I can't speak. You'd wait for them to squeeze. You'd wait for a red dot to pop up. You'd wait for other indicators to show positive momentum, and then you'd get in into some plays, or vice versa for some downside action. But these were 3 strategies I thought were pretty interesting, and that's why they have their own channels. But they're no way, shape, or form anything we actually focus on. But they were just interesting. Some Thinkorswim indicators, studies, coding, stuff like that. Books that I found interesting. Videos, just some videos that I thought were pretty interesting over time from just watching certain people. And it's kind of funny because I've collabed with some of these people. I've met some of these people. I know of some of these people. And some of these videos are alright. Some of them are kind of outdated, but they give you the general vague look. And also, I was just here to mainly promote Trading Fraternity. But also, because I like promoting other channels. I'm not the only trader on the internet. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm the only way you're going to grow. But definitely check out the motivation playlist. You got options, basics. I have all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, you could literally... It feels like part of the course is in here. Greeks. I've got images for all this stuff. Breakdowns. Options ideas for anybody who likes to trade different spreads. Covered calls, bullish spreads, bearish puts, straddles, strangles, anything like that. They're in here. You can get good info. Calendar spreads. These are pretty powerful. And this is just vague information on different things. Spreads... resistance, support. Looks like we had open interest and volume back there. Risk-reward ratio, naked puts, naked calls. You know, just everything. IV, anything you think of. And we got a lot of the basics in there. And not just Google search shit. I'm not joking. Go in there and read it all. You'll be pretty impressed. Now this is straight up by Douglas Zaleski. This is an amazing author. But these are the 25 rules that he has in his book, and then here's the 30 rules that Alan Farley has in his book for swing trading. So you have day trading and swing trading rules from 2 different authors and traders that have actually succeeded in the market, and that I thought were pretty interesting. Support and resistance is how we get all of our levels. I mean, I'm not joking. These posts I have in here, guys, are old as hell. Some of these are 3-4 years old. Volume, anything about volume that you need in here. 3-bar, 4-bar plays. Everything is right here. Technical analysis routine, the TA routine, how we get all of our levels of price history. It's all in here. Or you could just watch workshop number 11. I think we all know by now. Pretty important. And then the BB system. Just some basics. Some of that stuff's from the course. Some of these are from my notes on my phone. The YouTube, of course, spams the YouTube. Moderation, and then I don't know what the hell that channel is. But that's everything, though. Whew. There's still so much info in there. So much valuable content in there. I love it. So rad. Thank you, guys. But yeah, put a lot of work in that stuff just over the years, really. It's just something it's like my baby. Just been adding to it over time. And it's already 10:30. That is insane. So yeah, we have yesterday's stream, we have today's stream, we have tomorrow's stream. We do not have a Thursday stream. The market is closed. And on Friday, I am not streaming, but I will be in Discord. We'll all be calling out plays together, just kind of typing in there. But on Friday, that'll be... I keep calling it a half day, but it's not. It's basically a day up until the last 2 hours of the day. So, tomorrow is your last full day of the week. So just kind of keep that in your head. Oh, man, that's crazy to think about. Y'all having me go through that. I haven't reflected on my own servers in so long. It kind of blows my mind how much stuff we have in between those two. And that doesn't even count anything from the course. It doesn't count anything from the YouTube channel. You know, so you have like 4 places to go to for all kinds of information. It's pretty impressive. Kind of crazy how many posts we have now. Here, let me see how many videos we have on the membership now. I keep looking and then forgetting. I had somebody ask me, I was like, oh, I don't really remember. Alright, let's see here. Visibility, members, apply. Yeah, we officially have 83 videos in the private part of the channel. This includes mainly trading videos. I mean, they're all trading videos, but some of them could be like one-on-ones with like somebody from my chat. It could just be a topic on something. Really anything you can think of. Some of them are stream highlights, because I know it's literally impossible to go back and review like these 6-8 hour streams sometimes. So I'll go back and I'll cut up small clips for the members to go look at. which is kind of helpful because you don't have to go back and do it yourself now. But yeah, pretty awesome couple of streams this week so far. I know you guys didn't get much movement in the second part of our stream so far, but we did get some really good lower opens. You got continued rejections. We talked about the lower highs. We talked about it probably will dump. It's just going to take a while and probably keep a lot of people out of trades, and that's exactly what it did. Building some base now, got some good lower highs against where we fell from, so you got all kinds of opportunities that could pop up into the second half of this. I say second half, but there's a lot more time than that. Fam was nice hanging out with you. I'm not far behind you, Daffy. He said, gotta take some baby business. Totally fine, Daffy. Hope you have a great day, man. And guys, I think I am going to end the stream there. Do you guys want me to do one more review of the chart and then talk about what we're going to look at next? Or do you just want me to talk about what's next and then end it there? Because I don't want to leave you guys with, nothing. But let me know. All right, we'll do a review and then we'll do a breakdown and then that's it. So today so far what happened is we got the lower open, and you can draw the fib from previous close to today's open, but it really wouldn't have done anything for you today so far. But we ended up getting multiple lower highs after the open, and then that's where they decided to flush it. And this is kind of what gave us that initial look at what could happen. They could have just as well as held this and pumped and filled the gap overnight. I'm not saying this is something that happens every single time this happens. No, it's not. You're still above really good supports, so I think that's something to take more note of than the fact that we got a lower open. If anything, this could just be a slowdown for us to get continuation of the next few days. So I could see us having a second day just like this, where regardless of the higher or lower open, we do just get kind of a slightly directional day, but nothing super crazy. And then I think this will help build up potential energy into the chart for Friday or even next week, where we can get a lot larger of a leg move instead of just, a slightly directional move. Maybe we get a more one-directional move. So I think that's what you're looking for, as well as on the bigger time frames. If you just look back out to that, the King Carnage chart we've been going over for weeks now, we've reached a part of the chart where it is okay to slow down. They can base out here for weeks now. They could be here for 3-4 weeks for all we care. But that's what we're looking out for. We were looking at it here, did never happen. Looking at it here, did never happen. So we're waiting for this again to see, does this ever pop up? This can include a rejection, a lower high, another lower high, then maintaining the same support. Maybe they hold 449 the whole time. Who knows? So it's really what we're going to be looking out for moving forward. Let me know if you guys have any questions about that before I end the stream. But you can see, of course, if you want to use that chart, you can. It's very helpful to day trade on. If you want to go to this one, you can as well. It's also very helpful to day trade on. It really depends on what kind of info you want. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything before I end the stream. I don't want to just close the door on anybody. Pretty good breakdown, though, of the stream so far. This morning we were talking about just, again, the slow break to the downside. It did happen, and now what you're seeing is a rejection of the level we fell from, but at the same time, you're still holding above beautiful areas of support where buyer moves can't happen. So I really do just see this as a short-term slowdown until proven otherwise. You shouldn't be super bearish yet. For you intraday traders, you're definitely going to find your fair share of opportunities for both sides. So I really wouldn't limit yourself to just being bearish or bullish if you're a day trader or a scalper. You really shouldn't be sitting here forcing yourself to be one or the other. You can plan for both. Nobody has any other questions? We're good to go. Tech was your weakest sector of the day. It's your heaviest sector. Healthcare being your second heaviest and your strongest sector of the day. Bank sideways, discretionary sideways after having the lower open, and you do have a slight downtrend on comms from the open. So you have a couple sectors in different angles. But guys, I will see you tomorrow in the live stream. I will see you in the Discord right after the stream ends. I'm going to go thank everybody and see what other updates are popping up from everybody. But I hope to see you guys in the post-charge channel. I hope to see you in the results and review channel. I'm not joking. If you go through those results and review channel, you will freak out because those are just members posting. Because you'll realize my members are not just members. They're not sheep. They're not followers. They're not subscribers to me. These people are traders. These people are leaders in this server. We're not like other chats. So if you're going in there, be respectable. Go in there and post with maturity. Don't go in there and post junk. Don't go be a child. Don't goof around in the right channels. There's a time and place for all that stuff. Take care of your server. What's your question, creator? Let's see what amazing question pops up from you. He's just gonna not say anything, watch. He's just gonna leave it there. I also didn't see a single one of you complain about the music today, so that's good. But guys, I am going to end it here finally. Sorry for ranting. Sorry for waiting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the updates, the breakdowns. I really do hope to see more of you guys taking trades alongside some of my breakdowns. And I don't really mean this in terms of like, I want to see you make money. Like, no, I just want to see you make the right trades so it can make sense to you. So when you do it, it's like, oh shit, I just got to do that? Oh, okay. So I hope to see more eyes open, more jaws drop, and more light bulbs blinking. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the Discord.